Hey, I'm here with Dave from SMP Saddles, and he's going to tell us about a great new triathlon saddle. They're pretty well known for their road saddle, and why don't you first just explain maybe the difference between your road family saddles and the new tri-family saddles?
Sure.
And how that perhaps compares to the competition?
Sure. Well, Selle SMP has been making saddles 100% in Italy since 1947. And since 2004, most people know Selle SMP for their very curved, patented design that cradles the entire pelvic structure, offering 100% blood flow, elimination of pain, numbness. There's no impingement of the pudendal nerve, and a very distinct, unique shape in the road, mountain bike, cyclocross, gravel world. And a few years ago, the project was undertaken to bring all the health, comfort, and performance benefits from their patented saddles in the road world and mountain bike world and offer those same benefits in the triathlon world and the time trial world. And the T-Series or Triathlon series of saddles was introduced with the T1 through T5 saddles now, offering the optimum size of saddle, level of padding in the saddle for each individual rider. And in comparison, you'll see that the T-Series saddles appear to be much flatter in profile versus the curved road saddles. However, the technology of the foam and the creation of the foam or the padding that's used specific for the needs of the triathlete or the aero bar athlete, once they're rotated forward, moving forward, sliding forward in that aero position, offers the same pelvic stability, the same elimination of numbness because there's no compression of soft tissue, which is the same for men and women. It's not a male or female specific saddle, it's a human specific saddle, and the same benefits apply. We want to support the weight of the rider completely on the bone structure and eliminate any contact to the soft tissue, and optimally size and fit the rider depending if they're very small and petite or on the other end of the size scale, so we can support that.
So Dave, I think we're all familiar with most triathletes, the ISM Adamo saddle, which has really no support on the front of it, and the beef most people have is that it's wide in the nose and it rubs on some people's thighs. So how does this compare, the tri saddle, to the ISM saddle?
Well, I think the most important thing to understand is that there's two standout features that separate what is become a very popular saddle in the triathlon world to new technology and benefits. The first being the series of saddles that run from the T3, which is going to be this saddle, which is the smallest, narrowest in the line, and all the way up to the T1, which is the other side, which is the largest. So each individual rider can find the saddle that fits them proportionally, that's optimum, meaning we don't want to put the very large athlete on the very narrowest saddle or vice versa because they interact with the saddle differently. The proportions aren't the same between those two athletes. So we can optimally match the size of the athlete to the size of the saddle, level of padding, whether you prefer a little bit more minimalistic level of padding to a greater degree of padding, a little bit softer level. Then the other most important thing is that the saddle itself is connected both at the front and at the back. So the shell of the saddle continues, and easy to see on the road line, the eagle beak design, which is very distinctive, continues the shell of the saddle and gives you greater pelvic stability because you don't introduce the chance of the saddle becoming out of plane, whether that's from rider weight, from pedaling, from the forces of the seat post, causing the saddle to separate or to move. And so by continuing this shell, it bends out of the way, so there's no contact with the body. Same thing applies from the road line to the tri-line, that you still get a modified Eagle Beat design, so this is bending out of the way, but the shell continues, so you keep pelvic stability and pelvic integrity both at the front of the saddle, the back of the saddle. Seat post clamping forces can't distort the saddle, pedaling forces can't distort the saddle, so you maintain optimum stability, optimum comfort, optimum performance.
Well, that's awesome. I got just one question though. Do they only come in these colors?
Well, the very distinct red and yellow are our test saddles, so you can come in and try them out for yourself.
And then we know if we lost our test saddle, that
That's
we can
right.
find that, right?
Can't get mixed up in the studio. And then as far as regular saddles, they come in black, white, or the fluoro yellow fluorescent color.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dave. So we're going to have these test saddles at our Trek locations, and we do pro bike fitting. That's all part of getting set up correctly on the bike, having the right saddle as well. So come on in, check out these new saddles, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.